welcome once again to the Forward Compatible Podcast. This is episode 91, part 1, for November 3rd, 2013. My name's Tony. I'm joined, as always, by my fellow podcasters, Jason, Mark, and Bryan. How? D.
That's pretty racist, sir.
Mark's upset.
You know,
quits.
I get one little twinge of anxiety, very small, right when we start the podcast, because then I'm like, damn it, when it's over, then I have the problems again. Hopefully we've solved the problems with getting it mixed and everything. It's like the past week. You know, with trying to get it up on YouTube like rejecting the files and stuff. It happens every time. It's like, am I going to be able to get this one up? I'm waiting for it to like have an episode where we can't post it.
Yeah, rock on.
Hopefully we got it fixed up.
Well, I suppose we kick off the show with our weekly roundtable and catch everybody up on what we've been playing since the last time we all spoke.
Excuses. That guy over there.
Bitch face.
Give me a second.
Bryan, what'd you play?
I finished Uncharted, and I'm almost done with Uncharted 2.
Uncharted 1?
Yeah.
What'd you think, sir?
I enjoyed the story. I thought that Nathan Drake apparently can take out full militaries over the course of about 12 hours.
You're damn right he can.
And I don't understand why we don't just hire him to be our military. We could save a ton of money.
I've been saying this since 2007, man.
I do think the combat goes on a little long, but I enjoyed the game overall. Definitely liking Uncharted 2 more.
Everyone does. I do. I have no qualms with that. I agree. Uncharted 2 is a lot better.
So is
We'll
Tony's
get your official review on Uncharted 2 later, though. I want to hear what you think about Uncharted 1.
Really quick, is Tony's Uncharted challenge going to make a return for Bryan? Are you?
I have not been paying attention close enough to
the story.
I'm paying attention.
That's all he does. Is it's about the story.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it
not
needs
like
to
taking
happen.
notes. I'm not going to remember like which piece
come
went
on,
where
come
in the
on,
puzzle.
come on.
No.
But
We don't have to. We don't have to. I don't care.
I see the reaction is nice. You're good. You're good. Hold
And
back.
I completely forgot to check YouTube to see if there's any questions, so I'm going to do that now.
You'd have to say that
A lot
to
of
let
people-
him know how much of a fail you are.
A lot of people.
They already know I'm a fucking failure.
A lot of people were commenting on the Bro Gamers topic of the week last week.
Yeah.
I think people enjoyed that immensely. So
Nobody
I
answered. Nobody
I
answered.
enjoyed it.
We got one person.
Oh, you watched it? What'd you
I
think?
listen. If I'm not on the show, I listen.
You don't listen when you're on it, though?
I don't want to hear myself talk. I want to punch myself in the face when I hear myself talk.
I listen to almost every episode because I quality control us because I like to
Yeah,
hear
I listened to it like 17 times
Because
before
you're
it's recorded.
editing and shit, yeah.
So, like, I don't.
I like to hear the finished product and be like, oh, we can work on this or work on that and make mental notes and shit in my head.
You're supposed to be getting the notes.
So Uncharted 1.
Questions.
I am.
I'd give it 7 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was
You
flawed.
hated it too. It's okay.
It was flawed, but it was enjoyable in the overall. I had to crank it down to easy at one point because I just got tired of like the onslaught of soldiers. There was one point where I got like 6 grenades just tossed at me all at once. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like toward the end of the game, there's like 8 guys with rocket launchers or goofy stuff like that. That drove me nuts.
I dropped the difficulty down to easy because I could not. And
I did,
Uncharted 2, I had a
crossing.
problem with the shield guys. And Tony's like, they're easy. Shoot them in the foot. I'm like, all right, works.
Yeah.
I did a crushing for you.
I did on crushing.
Good job.
Why do you think I'm scared?
Good job.
I'm trying to compress my time. I want to do an LP of it. I want to run through it on hard. I think I can get through it in like
Supposed
6,
to have
7
been doing it
hours.
for like a year now.
Well, the winter's coming up. This is when I'm supposed to do it.
Supposed to do it last winter.
Winter is coming.
Shut your warm mouth. It is coming, good sir. It is coming.
That was good.
It's Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I watch good shows.
This guy. This guy.
You did it to
He's
me.
doing
You
stuff
did it to
and
me.
things.
You did it to me.
He's doing stuff and
He's
things.
got the bad jokes out today.
How about yourself, good sir? What'd you
You're all
play?
fucking
I
chipmunks.
played Hotline Miami, and I think I'm the only one who played it on PC. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You know, I have it, but I haven't played it on PC.
Far better on PC. It's just the controls for me. They're just way smoother on PC with the mouse. That's the only actual excuse I have for it, is the overall direction you're looking. It just works so much better with the mouse because you can just be so much quicker about it. That's about all I got for it. I also played World of Tanks because I'm running out of things to play, so I'm going to play a shit ton of World of Tanks this holiday.
Fucking A.
Fucking A.
That it?
8.9 came out, so I'm happy. New German, the 8.9 patch.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah,
what the
so-
fuck game is this? How did it slip under my radar? What's 8.9?
It's Mark
What's it
talking
about?
cryptic talk like he does all the time.
God damn it! I don't try it.
Having a private sale. Be there soon. What does that mean?
8632.34 Albuquerque.
Yeah, age 2.57.
264.
8675309.
There you go. There you go. It's even better. Look at that.
I know what you're talking about, man. Right here.
Right.
Right here.
To fill everybody in, so we were having this conversation, the four of us, about what the hell was it about?
Video
Posting the
format.
video.
So Mark and Brian were going all nuts with their fucking 6 dash
H.264.
makes no fucking sense. So me and Jason were just like, okay.
So
I just took
they
screenshot. Like, look, it says what you guys said. I don't know what
It
it
was
means,
actually
but
true,
look,
he did
there it
send
is.
Yeah, I assumed it was putting out an H.264 because that's all Apple uses
See?
these days.
Albuquerque,
Yep.
snorkel,
It's the standard. Everybody uses it. Blu-ray uses it.
red
Sony
slipper.
uses it.
I could throw out random shit.
Tony was just like, MKV. I'm a hipster. I live in Russia.
And it worked.
Use MKV.
And it fucking
it
worked.
worked.
I'm a hipster.
And-
I'll slap you.
Matryoshka is Russian.
I don't have one for this. In Soviet, hold on, come back to me. What'd you play, good sir?
I did a little bit more of Batman Arkham Origins.
Dun-dun-dun.
You got all excited there for a second.
Sure
Copperhead
let out a little
fight.
pleasure moan there.
Copperhead fight is awesome. It's very much kind of almost on that level with the Scarecrow fight. Just to kind of give everybody an idea what the hell I'm talking about. And then I got WWE 2K14 this week, and I've already completed the 30 years of WrestleMania mode, which is like 50 matches that take place throughout the history of WrestleMania.
It's WrestleMania.
I'll kill you, motherfucker.
Everybody's gonna slap Mark today. It's
I
just-
know,
it's-
right?
Mark's getting slapped. This just happened. As for myself, I did a little bit more Plants vs Zombies 2, just a little bit.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, it was good. 3 months ago when I started playing it.
yeah.
It was good. Last week when we started playing it. It was good.
iOS.
It was good.
I beat
So-
I beat Killzone Mercenaries this week on the Vita.
You seem to like that.
Excellent game. Well,
Favorite shooter on Vita? Or
the best portable shooter ever.
I can't remember. Did
Which
you,
That
doesn't
doesn't take
it's
much.
not saying a lot.
I was like, because you liked Unit 13. That's really the only other thing I've compared.
Yeah,
to,
but
right?
that was a third person.
Yeah, it was
that was
third
like a
person,
Gears
yeah.
of War ripoff.
Yeah.
This is the best first. Yeah, like we were both saying, it's not saying very much, but I'm talking across everything, every handheld ever, including phones. This is the
Hey,
best.
Call of Duty on my DS
Dogs
is
are
awesome.
arguing.
No,
So-
I can't even.
But yeah, it's a great game. It's a really short campaign, but the multiplayer's fun. The campaign's
As
fascinating.
long as it's better than the
It's-
45-minute Call of Duty campaign that came out
it was
last year.
7 hours.
Yeah, that was 45 minutes.
It was you know it's a thin story. I mean, you know, like if you've ever played a Killzone, they all kind of are. But it's kind of cool because you're not on either side. You get hired by the humans as well as the Hellghast. You take on your whole ambition is to. What are you doing? Just slow mo walking. You get hired from both sides to conduct different missions
You
for
got two
people.
Neos here, huh?
What the fuck is everybody doing?
My back.
There can't
my back.
Be, there
I'm
can't
hitting
be
something in
two
my
the
back.
ones.
Well, there were several.
That hurt.
Well, they weren't the one.
I'm not doing that again. I'm too
None of
old.
them were the one.
Well, yeah, okay, fine.
Also, just started today because I beat Mercenaries the story mode this morning. So I bought Batman for Vita the Blackgate one. I bought it.
No, say the whole name. It's like,
Batman Origins.
nope.
Arkham Origins.
Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate, right?
It's kind of like a Windows OS release. Windows RT for Surface tablets. Windows 8 for phone.
Yeah.
They had those really long, goofy names.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate.
Yeah.
Batman Blackgate.
It's cool. I'm only 20 minutes in, but it's a good time. I'm enjoying it
looks
so far.
Pretty, actually, the cutscenes. Comic book
So,
style.
and guess what I bought this week? Go ahead, guess. I'll wait.
Wii U.
Penis pump.
Why you gotta be a dick like that? Yeah, I picked up a Wii U this week. I finally found one that I've been saying this since beginning. When I found one for a price
You hear that?
that I thought it was worth. What?
Listen, I can hear Moss jumping in the air and cheering all the way from Mississippi.
He knows. I texted
All
him.
the way from... Yes!
Did he
No,
respond?
Yeah, we were talking a bit throughout the week. I didn't feel comfortable with what they were charging. I was willing to pay what, in my head, it was worth, and I found one that was worth what I think the Wii U was worth. So I picked one up. Was pre-owned. I bought it off a guy. So I got it. I got it
off a guy.
Some guy back
8
alley.
gig or 32 gig?
It's an 8.
Okay. They don't get as much fingerprints, which is nice.
I just don't care because either way it needs an expandable memory,
Yeah.
and on the pre-owned market, the black ones are $100 more.
Really?
So it came with nothing, so I went and picked up New Super Mario Brothers Wii U. I think it's the full title. The Mario game that launched with the fucking title.
Another game with a title that's too long.
Way too long.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I'm already, I think, like halfway through it. I'm like on the 3rd or 4th world. I'm assuming there's 8 like normal. I haven't beat it yet.
I've never finished it actually. I should get back to it.
But so I've been playing that. It's a
You
hell.
should
Of
pick up Pikmin.
No, I play good games.
Pikmin. Pikmin.
Isn't it like #1 on IGN's top
Probably.
25?
Yeah, it is.
It is. But it's
Best
an
game.
RTS, so if you don't like RTSs, you won't.
But
I like
It is
Taylor
and it
Wars.
Did you?
It is and it isn't though.
Well, it's like a real time. Well, it's an RTS.
Tony just went
with
to.
like yeah.
Just rent it.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, if you
Or
can check it
borrow
out, check it
from
out. It's
Bryan.
fun.
Yeah.
Pikmin.
Yeah, you can borrow from me if you want.
Besides that, I mean, there's really not anything.
And
to
fight
play on
Mark
Wii
over.
U.
He's
Besides Mario, I'm waiting for Super Mario World and eventually when the Zelda releases. But aside from that, I don't expect picking this thing up too often.
He's gonna send dick pics to Bryan.
I have spent more time drawing messages to people on my friends list and reading through the Wii universe than I have.
Universe.
That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Boom.
That's the thing. The thing is, it's actually this was
Well,
surprising
and
me.
virtual console, I should say.
It's
as well, but
it's surprising me. The thing's
Sammy,
actually
don't laugh at that. I thought it was the best thing ever.
it's actually a really cool time suck. Like I've poured a ton of hours into the Wii U already, just exploring the different shit on it. Like I've played Mario for maybe 3 or 4 hours, but I was on my Wii U maybe 20 hours this past week. And it was just like Brian was saying, you check it. There's like all these weird things, and I'm sure it'll get old quick, and I won't be
Damn dogs.
investing any more time into it, later. But for now, it's a lot of fun. I like exploring the Weverse. I like reading people's. There's like this really weird comment section where people can talk about the games and the different levels and all this other stuff, and I just kind of like.
And Mario will actually prompt you to leave comments and stuff like that while you're playing. Like, say, like, you made it through without losing your life, without getting hit.
That's the reason, because I caught one of those little guys in like
Rabbits.
in like a ridiculously low time, and it's like post something to whatever, and I'm like, okay, sure. So I posted.
People listening on audio won't understand.
Huh? Don't understand what?
That was talking to Jason.
Sure. So that's what I played this week.
It's all
Friend
right.
codes. I have no friends on Wii U except for Brian, because I don't know anybody who owns Nintendo stuff besides
Andrew Dillon.
3DS. Quick, can I do
Andrew
3DS?
Dillon. What's
3DS?
what's your friend thingy, dude?
Yeah. He's my-
It's H2.57389.
Niner.
Can
Echo Tango
3DS
Delta.
stuff go over?
No, because
Yeah,
Nintendo
it
is
does.
stupid. No,
Yeah, it does.
Does it?
Yeah.
The
Me
3DS
and, me and
Wii
Hayes.
U?
Me and
We
Hayes.
could be friends.
Me and Hayes are friends, and he's got a 3DS, and I got the Wii U.
And it
We
links
can be
up.
friends.
Huh?
We can be friends.
We can be friends.
Really? I didn't know that.
Why
they linked
can't
up.
we be friends?
The thing that's
Why
weird
can't
is though,
we
because
be friends?
3DS runs off the stupid number system still, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Wii U is actually
Names.
a
Gamer tag.
so like Hayes like got the thing from me because I had to send him a message because he got a friend request from random numbers on his 3DS, and I had to be like, dude, it's Tony, But he showed up as his screen name on my thing without the numbers, so I don't know his numbers.
Okay.
So it's like really fucking ass, just
I
like
know that
like
they follow
everything
the
Nintendo
system.
does on the internet, it's ass backwards.
They'll
so.
get it right one
They
day.
need to hire, and it sounds rude. They need to hire an American to show them how the internet works, because apparently nobody there gets it. And you'd think that they would because the Treehouse guys are fairly well respected, but they just don't know what they're doing.
And what is up with the 4 hair choices when you're making a Wii character?
Oh, the little me, yeah.
None of it. It doesn't look like me at all. Like it wasn't going to because it's all bubbly and crappy and Nintendo-y.
I don't know, you're kind
But-
of bubbly.
But like the hair choices are like
wrote down bubble.
a comb over, bald, or apart.
So they don't even have as many as they had on the Wii?
There's like 4 other variations of those equaling 12 hairstyles, but they all look very similar. And it's like this. None of these are my hair. What the hell, Nintendo? What the hell? Okay, I'm done.
News!
News!
Dirty, sexy, news.
Top 5 of the week, because we're going to 5.
Yeah, we're truncating the show.
Yeah. Anywho, first story, and my sad story of the week. South Park, the Stick of Truth, delayed until March 4th of next year.
Sweet fucking
That was
Christ.
a nice little Freudian slip there.
Yeah.
What is wrong with this game? Why can't it come out already? Like, it's gonna come out so late into the next generation. I don't think I'm gonna want to go back and play it anymore. This shit, like, just delay it one more time. Say it's coming out fall of 2014. Have it come out in next gen,
Yeah.
and just forget it.
both.
And all is forgiven.
The reasoning behind it is,
I was already uncomfortable with this in December. Like, my new systems are gonna be hooked up. Chances are my 360 and my PS3 are gonna be put in a drawer just to alleviate some room on my shelving. And fucking, I was gonna have to bust it out for this one game. Now it's like, do it in March instead. It's like, fuck off.
Did you see they also came out with a delay. They came out with an 8-minute gameplay trailer. Did you check it out? It was pretty sick looking, I think.
I don't like it. I was only gonna play it for this. I can't stand that style of combat.
I don't like that style either, but the actual humor and the actual...
Oh, that's what was like,
no,
oh,
the actual
I'm gonna have
combat
to
system
sit-
seems
I'm
mediocre
gonna have to
me.
sit through this awful combat system to hear the jokes.
Exactly, but the jokes seem like absolutely top notch right now. But the combat, I wouldn't really care. It looks like it'd be very, I don't know. You see it
Final
once.
Fantasy?
Yeah, you see it once, and that'd be about it.
It's called turn-based.
The Ubisoft North president
garbage.
said after 3 weeks of them acquiring the game title, they realized that to turn the thing upside down into kind of what they wanted, they would basically have to delay it. So I don't know what that exactly means. It was like, what are they turning upside down already when it was supposed to come out?
Because originally it was THQ, right? And THQ went under.
Yeah.
So who knows what Ubi is wanting to do with it?
Exactly.
This has been delayed a full year at this point because it was supposed to come
this
out.
is the third official delay.
It's been supposed to come out in March this past year. Remember?
Yeah.
And then they delayed it to the fall. Then
This was THQ, and then this is the third official delay.
yay for delays.
I'm gonna still maybe pick it up on PC. We'll see. Anyway, there is a custom Luigi 2DS up for auction right now on GameGavel.com. 25% of the proceeds will be going to Child's Play, which is this week's, I guess. Everyone's doing like the 25-hour marathon. Anyone?
Hacked.
Have anybody?
Child's Play?
Yes.
Yeah, their
Really?
website got pulled down.
They got DDoS.
Yeah.
Oh, DDoS.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they got. So there's just people heading into them. So
This thing was hysterical. I had like, it went viral on the internet. This one person made a custom 2DS, and I had like 5 people come in and try to pre-order it.
yeah, no,
And
it's
I'm like,
it's
dude,
one only.
I had to keep explaining it. I'm like, it's not real. Nintendo did not sanction this. This is one person made this in their house.
As of 10 o'clock this morning, the top bid was $307 right now for it. So,
$307?
yeah,
That's it?
that was
not
it.
bad.
Yeah, it's like a buck a bid basically. I mean, it basically started off I think at like $25 or something like that. So I think it's probably gotten 200 plus bids on it at least.
Fucking A.
Yeah,
I thought it'd be higher by now, but okay.
that was as of this morning. I mean, it only went up yesterday, day
The
before
day it started
probably.
like yesterday or the day before.
I guess that's a lot when you boil it down, though, because it's like $130 piece of text.
Exactly,
So
and it
if it goes up a
until
few
November
more bucks, it's
17th.
already tripled in price.
Yeah.
That's kind of ridiculous. So.
Yeah, and there's still plenty. What is it? The third? There's still 2 weeks left in the bidding of it, so I mean, it'll get pretty high.
It'll probably sell around $1,000, I think.
Probably something, maybe, yeah. $250 for Child's Play. Anyway, we're not next story here. We got the PS4 is not sharing directly to YouTube at launch, at least.
I broke that story to you guys.
Well, didn't they say that you can download the files from Twitch though and do whatever
Yeah.
you want with them?
Yeah,
so you
if
can
you
still do it. Just
It's not directly, yes. They did say that they were reaching out to other streaming services to try and work out a deal for that later. They didn't mention YouTube, of course, but it's got to be YouTube at this point.
Yeah, you'd think.
These things are going to be a joke at launch. I don't expect...
Switch is still pretty big, but
No. I don't expect PS4 or Xbox. I'm talking about in the scope of things to have a smooth launch. I mean, look what happened with the Wii U. I think Sony and Microsoft will be better equipped to not run into so many problems as the Wii U did at launch. But that's how every console is. It's a new piece of tech that you had 300 people in one room quality testing that now 3 million people are stress testing. And you're gonna find bugs.
Oh, it's going to be a disaster. It's
they're-
gonna be great.
They
Ha-
both need day one updates.
Half this crap isn't gonna work. I mean, you got to look at these like 6 months down the line. You know what I mean? People are gonna complain. The internet's gonna burn down every fucking time one of these things doesn't work. But this isn't a surprise. I bet Twitch won't work the first day. They may be saying it will, but I bet it's gonna have some
Yeah, I don't
some
think they'll
issues.
be ready for the
It'll
volume.
probably be a week. Look at GTA 5 the other day. Like I said,
That was 10 million people plus at that point, though.
but that's
my
exactly what
one
I'm saying.
defense
There's
for that.
there's only so much quality testing you could do in a small room under your own development
Exactly,
studios
yeah.
with 30, 40 people. They're not going to find every game-breaking bug. They're going to find some, but when you get it out to 20
launching
million
is just
people,
different.
then you see where all the bugs and programming flaws are. So I mean, these things are going to run through a shitload. There's going to be updates every couple weeks, and 3-4 months down the line they'll be running smooth, but.
As long as mine doesn't die in the first
There's going to be
year.
issues. I don't care as long as the thing doesn't break. They could,
Yeah.
as long as it plays some games and hooks up to the internet, like all this extra crap can come along when it comes along for me. I don't give a fuck.
I was just wondering, are you going to buy any, like, what would be your choice of, if you had the choice for an extended warranty, would you actually do it? Like a 1-2 year warranty or anything like that? I mean, the GameStop one's bullshit for the first year, but
Yeah,
because it's covered under their warranty.
probably Microsoft. Sony builds good hardware. If it was the other way around, if it was like on the software end, I'd want to protect Sony. And if it's on the hardware end, I'd want to protect Microsoft. But I don't see a point. Like, they'll if there's a big problem like with what happened with the 360s, Microsoft acknowledged it and then started replacing them
Eventually.
even out of warranty. But they did. They
Yeah.
acknowledged it. You know what I mean? If you're one of the unfortunate few, things are going to break. I
That
mean,
was me.
there's 10
I
million.
went through 3.
Mine got covered every time, so I didn't care because they'd already acknowledged the problem. Mine lasted the first chunk where people were getting screwed, but every time I sent mine out, Microsoft sent me another one. It was no issue for me. So if something big like that happens again, I think you'll be fine any fucking way. And the way these things are is everything's linked to your account regardless. So aside from a few saves, which now are all in the cloud anyway, I don't think you'd lose anything except for time.
That's one problem that Nintendo has because everything is still linked directly to the console.
Yeah, so behind on
If
that.
you lose a Nintendo console,
Gone.
bye.
Luckily, Nintendo shit doesn't really break.
No,
Yeah, there's
Nintendo's
that.
yeah. Anyway, yeah.
It's the benefit of using 10-year-old technology. You've had plenty of time to scope out what works and what doesn't.
7.5-year-old technology, Tony. Let's be realistic.
So, but yeah, I don't think these things, like, I'm sure the only thing I really want to work day one from the Xbox One side is the fantasy football shit, because I want to see what that's like in the 2 weeks before the fantasy football season ends,
Yeah.
because they don't have time to fix that before next year. So we won't, if it doesn't work right, then it's a whole year before I can check that out.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm excited about, and that's because of the timetable. Aside from that, like,
Yeah.
all this shit could come around when it comes around.
Okay. That's all I'm looking forward to. But that's next year anyway.
You don't give them no fucks, right?
Oh, fuck.
On the PS4, also, I know it wasn't big enough for the top 5, but it's also not supporting.
MP3.
Audio CD and MP3.
It's not supporting music, whatever
What did
form
you
you
say?
have it on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's also not. It's supporting external hard drives for games.
That doesn't surprise me though because the PS3
It's too easy
encrypts
to
the
hack.
internal. Yeah, the PS3 like
You can't put games on an external on PS3 anyway.
right, but what they do on the internal hard drive, it's encrypted
Yeah.
to the console.
Yeah.
So if your PS3 dies, you can't get any of your data off of it anyway. That's so that they don't allow it on the external because you did it on the external, then you couldn't unplug it and copy your stuff to your hard drive. So it's a it's a trade-off.
Speaking of the hard drives, Killzone for the PS4 came out this past week, and they also released the numbers for GTA, or not GTA, Call of Duty. Killzone's a 45 gig install, and Call of Duty is 50.
Oh.
Those are fun downloads.
So why are you buying discs?
No, the disc installs 45 gigs.
On top of what is ever on the disc?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's crazy.
On the PS3?
That's like-
or the
Yeah.
PS4?
If you look
Yeah.
at it like that, I mean, you're basically down to.
10 games.
Are they using
I was just say 8.
No, I'm upgrading my hard drive day one. It's a 9.5 inch. It already got released. It's You could go up to 2 terabytes, which I'm going to do because it's like
Do they have 2
$90?
terabytes that are 9.5 inch?
Mhm.
Really?
it's the biggest you
Okay.
can go right now.
I
They
don't
were
have-
they were 1.5 up until a few months
Well, yeah,
ago.
because I was going to say, you can get a 2 terabyte, but it's usually bigger than 9.5 inch.
No, I was looking at
These
one
are
for
they're the 12.5, and those don't fit.
Yeah. But yeah.
So I'm doing that day one. I don't want to think about it.
And it catches. It's not a mandatory install, but it is. But they're calling it catches. So it may delete itself if it doesn't need it. But it's basically installing the game. The disc will be used to boot.
Question with that: how much is that going for the 2 terabyte? Do you know?
Like a bill.
It's not bad.
That's really not bad. Yeah.
I'll have to look into it. Maybe.
So
I threw in a terabyte in my PS3. It was like $60.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
So
Yeah. I'll have to talk
memory's
about that
cheap,
later.
man.
No, yeah, definitely.
It's only when you go like SSDs and shit. Like
And SSDs
memory's
for gaming
memory's
are
cheap,
not worth
dude.
it. For gaming,
It's for operating systems. That's what it's good for.
Yeah, it's for lots of random reading or writing, whereas games are designed to stream anyway. So they've got the whole process down. Someone did a test of Digital Foundry, putting an SSD in a PS3, and most games do not benefit in any appreciable way.
I hope that they both support.
I believe it. Digital Foundry.
I hope they both support external hard drives for media, though.
I think that they will.
Yeah.
Well, Xbox has already said that they will. It's not going to be a
Not-
day one thing.
Yeah, I don't care about
Yeah.
sticking a CD into my Xbox One. That's just not going to happen. But I have, my 2 terabyte that I don't always want in my PC because I don't want to start my PC. I plug it in my PS3. PS3 reads all the movies. It's fucking awesome. So I hope the PS4 or Xbox One, I don't care which one, does that. Because the Xbox One can't read half of the files. Or the Xbox 360 can't read half the formats.
See, now, I've got the exact opposite problem. Because now I stream it from my PC, or my Mac, to my PS3.
Oh yeah,
Half the
there's
shit
no
doesn't
DLNA.
work.
Well, the PS4 is not even going to have DLNA
Yeah,
support.
half
out of
the
box.
shit won't work. On my Xbox, it all works.
I wish one of these would just come out with VLC because that plays everything.
VLC. Best media player
VLC would have to make it
ever.
for them.
Ever.
The big question is, with all these features not being in the PS3, why do they need
PS4?
3.5 gigs? PS4, sorry. Why do they need 3.5 gigs?
Because
it's not doing anything but playing games.
they're coming.
They've said that there currently weren't plans for DLNA or MP3 playback on the PS4. But now that they've heard the complaints, they'll look at it.
I just don't think. I personally don't.
I'm
care.
surprised.
Both of the current gen systems do it just fine, and I never utilize it. Like,
No, I don't either.
like
I
ever.
I
don't care
I
either.
use it for my Xbox, but then again, that's because like I play a game like WWE, and what we
That's
were
one of the
discussing-
games that lets you play shit in the background.
Well, no, what it is I'll create a let's say the character Gold Dust isn't in the game. I've made Gold Dust. I can then put his theme music, and he'll come out to it.
Oh, okay.
So.
Rock on. Yeah,
More
it's
news.
gonna be interesting. More news.
Ubisoft canned the Uplay passport. Woo!
All that's left is Sony, but they already said that there's no plans to put it on the PS4.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's gone.
Mm-hmm.
It gone.
You know what?
Online passes.
As much shit as everybody gives Activision, myself included, they never ever jump because we bring up all their faults. You got to bring it up when they do something good. They never brought this up. They never implemented it in their games.
They never
and-
said they were going to do it at any time either.
Yeah, they never even acknowledged that this was a thing. And so,
Good for them.
for as much shit as we talk about them, when they do something good, we got to point it out. And now it all failed. Fuck THQ, fuck Ubisoft, fuck EA.
Now, do you know
fuck
why this
Sony for
happened,
doing
though?
this shit.
The reason this even happened, though, is because this last week some controversy happened with Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed has a feature where you can basically ask for help, kind of like on the Facebook games, like, help me do this kind of thing. That feature was a single-player feature that did not work if you did not have the passport in. So it was a single-player feature that kind of used online, which is why it was kind of restricted. And people got pissed about this, and that was kind of like the last straw. That's why Ubisoft ended up just pulling it, so now everyone can do it.
My question is, who the hell is playing Assassin's Creed 4 that didn't buy this thing, like right now, that didn't buy this thing brand new, that didn't have access to a fresh Uplay card? Or
Yeah, it
whatever?
came out very, very quickly.
Wow,
someone
people must
found
have
already.
traded it in, like, right away.
I guess. Maybe it's just someone
that or
didn't enter in the
people
pass.
accidentally threw it away or something like that. Something
Didn't enter the
stupid,
pass
didn't put
in.
the password in.
I know a ton of people don't do that as well, like at GameStop,
Mm-hmm.
when you need online passes for games you're picking up. I mean, shit, like 1 out of every 10 isn't used, it seems like.
Yeah, I know.
It's ridiculous.
I always pull them from the discs,
So
get
you can
free
use them?
online passes, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving on to the last and...
You grab 3 or 4 out of the boxes, one works.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is. I mean, yeah. Essentially, the top story this week, we got Call of Duty is only running at 720p, 60 frames a second on the Xbox One, while it's running 1080p, 60 frames on the PS4, showing the very first signs that the PS4 does have a little bit more horsepower under the hood.
This is interesting, but I don't think that's true.
No, they've said it.
No, not that.
Oh, okay.
That it's showing first signs that the PS4 is more horsepower under the hood.
I already knew that.
Of course it does, but they like Activision commented on this, and they said that the 720 on the Xbox One being upscaled, which is what they're going to do, was the right way to design it for that particular hardware. The Xbox One gives you options, whereas the PS4 was smarter to just do a straightforward 1080. I watched the side-by-sides. They look nearly identical. It's not that you don't think so?
Okay,
they both
in
look,
a designer aspect, I can notice the differences between the actual.
See, I think they both look awful.
I don't see shit. I can't tell a difference between.
I think it both looks awful compared to
see
the other next gen games. Call of Duty looks like shit. The interesting like what this is saying is that the Xbox One is unable to run at 1080, which is BS because Forza 5 is coming out at 1080. It's an individual developer's choice, and Activision chose to do it this way. It's not Xbox's limited hardware capability. Forza 5 is proving it wrong.
Well, I believe
Rise is 1080 also.
I don't know.
Rise
I think
is
it's
900.
I think it's
Rise is 900.
It's 9 something because these things give the option to upscale for some reason, and it takes like
it's stretching
less
pixels.
It's all stupid.
There's like if you're utilizing under a 40-inch HD TV screen, you can barely tell the difference between.
It's very.
I can't see this shit on mine, and I've got
It's when the TV gets bigger and bigger and bigger, then you need the extra particles or whatever. What like most people play on like 30-something inches, you can't even see the difference.
I can see every follicle.
No, you
Honestly,
can't
in
because
that
it's so blurry because it's up in your fucking face.
In that side-by-side video that I think
You
we
have
watched
to
probably the
move
same
your
thing.
head to see the whole screen.
Two things that definitely popped off right away were the fact that it's very like I have an eye for it, but I could definitely tell the they're called bump maps, the actual like terrain where you can see everything like that. You could actually tell a difference in them just because of the little stretching. You got more detail out of it. It's very nitpicky.
Yeah,
you have to have an eye for it, but I could tell a difference.
That's what I'm saying. It's nitpicky.
Yeah,
but see, you can't because who the fuck is going to be playing on their PS4 next to their Xbox One on two separate televisions at the exact same time? Big. There's that one little particle right there. Like you're just if you buy this on Xbox One, you're not you don't know any fucking better.
Well, my theory has always been, and I take no offense to this, Mark, but if you've got time to spend looking at that shit, then you're not playing the game.
Also true. Did anybody see the Battlefield 4 side by side as well?
It did.
That's another one that the Xbox One and PS4 look identical.
I don't know where.
That's still
or is that
beta,
something else you
though, right?
disagree on?
I didn't watch that one.
I think Battlefield's both 1080.
But they're still I saw some picture where look how much better the PC version looks than the PS4 version or something like that. But it's from the beta. I'm like, God, you can't judge a beta.
No, the PS4 looks clean. I was watching that thing. Both of them do. First they had PS4 versus PS3 and Xbox One versus Xbox 360 to see it. Then they mashed PS3 versus Xbox 360. Then PS4 versus Xbox One, and then they crossed them and they showed everything. And like those two look.
They look good.
They look brilliant.
Again, it's another one of those nitpicky. If you're really looking, you can tell the difference kind of thing. But that's about it. I mean, it's probably if you would put all those 5 images side by side, I'm sure you could tell the last gens apart. But they're getting closer. Again, you're talking about launch title games as well. That you know.
That's the other thing. Think back to like how blown away we were when they first came out, but how shitty launch games look from the current generation.
I'm sure they start off
and like we're blown away by the way the PS4 and the Xbox One look now. These are the crappiest looking games that are ever going to be on this console.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
we're going to look back in 3 years and be like, "Oh, Battlefield 4 looks grainy."
The also thing with Battlefield though is Battlefield's been being made for 2.5 years right now. Honestly, they had like the first knowledge of the new consoles, so when they started developing for it, like what else could they have been like? They had to start bare bones so they could work their way up and level themselves up to the way they can max out what they think they could without suffering from frame rate and whatever.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm just happy I'm getting them both because then when stuff like this pops up, I have the option to go either way. It's
Honestly, it's
a beautiful thing, but
it's a very small thing.
I'm skipping COD this year. I'm going to pick it up pre-owned from my store when it comes in. I'll beat the campaign in 4.5 hours like I always do and bring it back because I'm tired.
Save the dog.
I'm tired of getting burned from this fucking series.
Save the dog. Save the world.
There's better games coming out.
Heroes, huh?
Before we wrap up the news, Missing Worlds Media has got like 4 hours left on their Kickstarter. They have
They had their
far
third stretch goal?
Yeah,
They doubled
like
yeah.
they're on their fifth. They're going to their
Okay.
fifth. They've passed $600,000.
So it ends tonight.
It ends tonight.
We're supposed to talk to them again soon.
Yeah. I'm sure once this madness kind of dies down for them, that we'll definitely.
Yeah,
get
they I've been emailing one of the people over there, and we're talking about
Yeah.
doing a post Kickstarter wrap up with what they're gonna be utilizing.
Yeah.
So look forward to that in the coming weeks, whenever we get around to it.
But yeah, congratulations, good job, guys. Yes.
So does that wrap up news?
Golf clap.
Is that wrapping up news?
Go ahead.
News.
Daniel Letterman!
Don't you got your?
Ow!
Don't you have your stuff for part 2 on there?
No, you didn't do it. I know you.
I knew,
I know
yeah.
you fucking didn't.
Woke up this morning and did this all.
I've got mine.
Oh,
Well, we gotta get part 2.
They're not written down. I have them.
sorry.
I just need a break. We need to mix down. Jerk
Well
off.
then, I guess it's time for.
Alright. Oh god. Is it time for
Putting in the clip because of your laziness.
No, I put the clip in
I
still.
know you do.
What are you talking about? Somebody.
Is that Gollum again?
Gollum stubbed his toe.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
We're gonna start it off with our friend.
Like yours.
I know. I do it to be fun.
Oh, I thought you still were having trouble with it. We did call him Lysios for
Like a year,
a
2
ridiculous
years?
long
Yeah.
time. Well, I never talked to him. Then we physically talked
And he's
on,
like, "Hey,
on Xbox
asshole."
Live, and I'm like, "Dude, how do you pronounce it?" And he explained it to me, and I'm like, oh, "Okay, we got it now." So we were just guessing. I think the first time he sent in a question, didn't he?
He dared us like.
Yeah,
pronounce
he's
his
like, "Go ahead, pronounce my name," and we were fucking it up for a year.
name. He asked, "What are your thoughts on the new Alien game, Alien Isolation?"
That's the
what
one
he-
that's Ripley's daughter, right?
Yeah, from what he's seen,
That's all I know
it's
about
like it's like a run and gun first person shooter. Not a whole lot of emphasis on the aliens and stuff.
Well, I know personally from talking to him, he's very upset that Sega's making this one again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have lost that after the last one.
I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, the series has not been good lately. I think we can all agree about
You
that.
can say in the shitter
The
if you
last
like.
good one was the DS one. And even that one was like
yeah, that
really
was fun.
difficult. It was really difficult, but it
It's
was
a fun game though.
Yeah.
But
Is that Sega? For who made
Yeah,
that?
it was Sega.
Okay, Sega
Yeah.
made one good Alien game lately.
Sega's interesting. I don't know, man.
They suck.
I always wonder if they should stick to 2D. If you look back on their history, I don't think they did well to transition to 3D. Except, which is funny because they were one of the first companies to go 3D with like the Virtual Fighter and the Virtual Racing. But everything past like the Saturn, they just. I guess Dreamcast was okay, but after the
I love
Dreamcast,
Dreamcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is awesome.
yeah. I mean, like Jet Set Radio Future is the last Sega game I really liked.
Once they were no longer making their hardware, their 3D quality dropped horribly.
Well, the
talent
Xbox
left.
launch stuff was really good, and then after that,
Oh.
All the talent left Sega.
yeah.
Now
Well,
they're
yeah.
pretty close to acquiring Atlas, which is scary.
I thought they did.
Is it
I
finalized?
think it is.
That's bad news for Atlas.
Well, Atlas makes the same 4 games. I like Atlas, and I enjoy their games. They make the same 4 games over and over again. They're just like Nipponichi. It's the
It's-
same game,
it- no,
different.
it-
What kind of
It's-
story you want to do? Nah, I'll make it later.
It's just scary with Sega at the helm. Like they are in need of a complete management shakeup.
Have
like,
we never done the Sega topic of the week?
No.
Wow.
I
You've
love Sega, but like
You've been wanting to do that for like
I love the
2
Dreamcast.
years.
I'm not
probably.
like a Sega person, but I loved the Dreamcast.
I was a Sega person pre 2000. Loved Sega. They were my favorite. Everything.
I think I got a Dreamcast
I was a '90s fan.
right before the PS2 came out.
They
Because I got it for like $50, and I was blown away.
they
by
have
it.
been on a 15-year downwards, nearly 20-year
Yeah.
downward spiral where it's just getting worse and worse and worse. They're actually managing a profit right now, which is the scariest part because it makes them think that they're doing something right. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know. Apparently now they got money to throw around. They bought... Who'd they buy from the THQ sale? Whatever. Now they're picking up Atlas, so they're just throwing money around. It's like, where the fuck are you getting all this money? Is it from Mario and Sonic at the Olympics? Because that's the only game. That's the only game that they're selling that's selling.
And that's only on
Like
Wii U, isn't it?
even the new Sonic is tanking.
Yeah.
I was checking out the numbers. Like in Japan, it sold like 3,000 units. Like I wouldn't be surprised if this game sold like 50,000 units worldwide. I know it just came out, but that's scary.
Yeah.
Like, it's your fucking mascot. It's your figurehead.
He's Sonic is not. Sonic still has like has some kind of power, but it's not the same. Like the games don't. The character does. Sonic merchandise, Sonic memorabilia, that still holds some kind of
Pick up
value.
Relic.
The property
Okay.
still has value.
The property has value,
What
but
I
the
should've
games
known.
don't. Everything related to Sonic, except for the games, do great. It's just the games themselves. Everybody knows they're
The
garbage.
thing that it's stupid because Sega has so many great IPs. They're much like Nintendo.
There's a
We're-
Sega IP that I have for Tony's topic of the week.
Good. I'm glad. Sony and Nintendo are guilty of this as well. Not Sony as much because they haven't been around as long. They have so many awesome IPs that have just been dormant for over a decade. And it's like, why didn't you doing anything with
Where's
these?
my jet
Like
moto?
Sega has so many that all they have to do is reboot or do one of these new fad HD remakes.
Well, they've been doing that.
No, stop right there. Trust me.
Fine. But Aliens, we'll see. I mean, I don't have a single screenshot. I didn't see any trailer. I don't know if they're out there. They may be. I haven't seen anything or heard anything. He's actually the one that brought it up to me in conversation. So I don't know.
And
What do you think?
the reason that I stopped you there is because Magnus sent in a question.
Ah,
Okay.
He said, if you could resurrect one dead game series,
Oh.
what would you choose?
There's so many.
And look, I did not.
Game series.
I did not. That was on there. That was on there. Mark's like, I'll bring back Mass Effect.
can I do one? Can I do one per console?
Go right ahead. Go right
Jesus Christ!
I can't.
If you can name one per console, go right ahead, Tony.
Yeah, pen.
Super Nintendo, Earthworm Jim, Sega Genesis, Vector Man, NES. I don't know, Atari, Mega Man, or Mega Mania, excuse me, not Mega Man. NES. Skip that for now. PS1, Dino Crisis, PS2.
Nah, mine's easy. No,
PS2 had like 3,000 games. I don't even know where to start. N64, probably Bomberman.
Bomberman goes back to the NES also.
Yeah, but I liked the way that they did it on that. And that was also when it died, kind of. There really hasn't been a Bomberman lately. I'm still missing NES.
The Flintstones.
I don't know. PS2, Dreamcast. Dreamcast, I'd like to see another Blue Stinger. Xbox, the original Xbox, Black. What am I missing? PS2 and NES, right?
You know you want more primal, Tony.
Go ahead. I'll think of those. I've knocked out enough. I'll think of PS2 and my NES.
Okay, since
You don't have to, but if you want to pick per console, go right ahead.
I can't do per console, but I have 5 series in mind that I think have.
I can name another 30.
Yeah, they're all either in need of a reboot, or were recently kind of rebooted and were really bad and need to be another
Done
chance.
properly?
Yeah. Going from Sega, Jet Set Radio Future. They re-released Jet Set Radio in HD, and they didn't improve any of the problems with the game. Jet Set Radio Future is the better game. That's the one they should have pushed out. The problem is probably the licensing of music. There's a lot of licensed music that could be a challenge. But Jet Set Radio Future was awesome.
They got around that with Tony Hawk, though. They were able to license half and then put half new music in it.
Possibly. I don't know. All I know is Jet Set Radio Future was awesome. I hung onto my Xbox 360 for months just to play that game on the backward compatibility. In that same vein, Panzer Dragoon. has not had a new game since the original Xbox.
Well, technically, we're getting
Wasn't
one
it-
on Xbox One.
But it's not. It's made by the same guy.
I thought it died.
I'll take it.
I thought it died on Saturn.
No, there was one for Xbox. Panzer
Yeah.
Dragoon Orta.
That was,
which was
the third,
really
the third
good.
one.
Yeah, that was the third one. It was Panzer Dragoon, Panzer Dragoon Y, and then Orta.
Uh-huh.
Did I pick original Xbox?
Yeah, you
It's
said
in
black.
black.
Oh, that's right. That is what I would have picked.
In addition to that, maybe it's just, so two franchises that I think, even though they've kind of recently been rebooted and had games recently, they need to go back to the drawing board on them. One of those is Castlevania. There hasn't been a 2D Castlevania in a while now, since the original DS.
You're telling me. No, there was that downloadable one on...
They took all the levels from the old game and
I'm just
and
saying.
threw on the PS2. Doesn't count. And
No,
it's not even an
on
adventure
the-
game. It's like a battle. It's almost like a MOBA.
No, the
game.
PSN one. PSN and Xbox Live one.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
we're talking
Harmony
about-
of Despair, or whatever it was called. Yeah.
Where it zooms out and you
It's-
can see the whole
they
thing.
they took levels from other
And just
Castlevania
swore-
games
and just
threw them in there.
Frankenstein that shit.
Yeah, and it's just like almost like a MOBA thing where it's like an arena where you put 4 people to fight the boss. That's it.
I thought of my PS2 one, by the
Oh,
way,
go
just
ahead.
to throw it
Go
in there.
ahead.
Jack and Daxter.
Yeah, I can see that.
All I have left's NES. Go ahead.
The 3D remakes, they're all right, but I really want a 2D Castlevania, and I also want a 2D Metroid. It hasn't been done since the Game Boy Advance.
But see, that's not really a dead franchise, though.
It is to Nintendo. It is. It totally is. There's not been a 2D Metroid since like 2004.
Mark, you got him?
I got 4 on top of my head.
4. It's a pick one. Pick one.
I
Can't. It's too
right out the window.
Yeah.
I need another Pokemon Coliseum. That thing was awesome. I need NHL Hits to come back because that thing was freaking
I
awesome.
remember hits.
I want Freedom Fighters to come back. Anyone play Freedom Fighters?
I remember that.
I love
didn't play
Freedom
it, but I
Fighters.
remember it.
All right, my number one though by far is KOTOR 3 needs to happen. BioWare, you know what to do.
I think I have my NES one. Contra. I know those occasionally still come out, but
Did you play Hardcore
They are bad.
Uprising?
Hardcores?
Hardcore.
Corpse? Corpse?
Yeah, Hardcore.
Corpses.
Yes, I did.
Those
I
are-
played it on PSN. It's not very good.
You know, I enjoyed it, but I didn't play it for that long.
It's a spiritual successor, not
Right.
very good. I still have it on PSN. We could co-op that
Co-op on
bitch.
it? It's a hard game.
Get all up in. It's
Co-op that
it's
bitch?
ridiculously hard.
Yeah.
I hate the game co-op. Shit, that needs to die. Sorry, go on.
It's an awful game.
It is.
Really,
Alright.
really pixelated.
Since we're
Bad
throwing
level
out
design.
the question,
It's the one
kind
you
of.
do running.
We're morphing. We're morphing.
All right. So I'm gonna start with the retro. I'm gonna go with Skate or Die.
Ha!
So I love that series.
Oh, I remember that.
Okay. And Friday the 13th. I'd love to see a game in the vein of kind of like how Resident Evil 3 was, and kind of like how Silent Hill 2, I believe it was, where you have like an unstoppable killer chasing you.
Yeah.
I'd really like to see that. What happened, Tony?
Hawks lost an OT.
Fuckers. Sons of bitches.
The NES game was interesting. It sucked.
I don't know.
But
Is there
conceptually it was
a way to
interesting.
beat that? I'm gonna have to look.
People
it up.
have beaten it, but it's
Is it?
incredibly difficult.
Well, I'd really like to see something like that. Maybe kind of done in like a Heavy Rain style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could get behind that. For more current, I would have to go with Brutal Legend.
Mhm.
They were supposed to do a sequel to it.
Sorry, I just thought of something when you're done.
We can't do current gen. There's no reason to think that they're axed.
They've said Brutal Legend's dead.
Yeah, it didn't sell well.
That's why I didn't do current gen. 'Cause
EA
it's still current gen.
Jack and Daxter?
That's PS2. They never made one for the PS2.
Okay.
There's an HD collection.
Yeah. Well, either way. All right. I'm picking Brutal Legend
Alright.
because Double Fine said that EA said no, so they moved on.
No.
Okay. And then I'm picking Tony Hawk.
I
More
have one.
specifically, I really liked the Underground series.
I have one that beats all yours.
Lies.
Goonies 2. Where's Goonies 3, motherfucker?
Toe Jam and Earl, bring it back.
Where's the Warriors 2? Warriors are actually awesome. I want to remake of that.
Good question.
Leave it alone, Rockstar. The movie's better than the game. Trying to draw that stupid W. No thanks.
That's fun.
Where's state of emergency?
Nah, we don't need that one of those. That's cool
Where
for
it
the time.
Make another
belongs.
fucking postal.
They're coming out. 3 just came out this year.
Nobody cares.
Still coming out though. Not dead serious.
And where the fuck is Barbie My Little Playhouse 2?
Where's Barbie Island
Is number
Adventures?
one
What he
even a
meant to
game?
say.
Whatever.
Does anybody watch Price is Right? Back when, at any time?
Yeah,
I've seen
all
it.
the
And a
time.
little yodeling guy going up the mountain. No. You guys just fell off the edge. Sorry. Too far.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Nick Kuntz asked,
Sucks.
what's your favorite winter sport?
Hockey.
Hockey. Unless football is
Does
considered.
masturbation count?
But football's more of a fall sport. But it does go
Competitively.
That goes
in
all
there.
in.
Come on, Bryan!
Hockey.
We just stare at each other the whole time.
I need to go home.
I need an adult.
So, we're not either of that. There's no adults in the room. Sorry.
I don't know.
You're not
Winter
really a
sport.
big sports guy,
I'm not
are
a big
you?
sports guy. I mean, I can
hockey.
I can enjoy
Damn,
playing
that
a sport with friends, but I don't like watch sports much, if ever.
My favorite
What if I
winter
wanted to
sport.
be hockey?
Snowboarding? I don't know.
Basketball, right?
And hockey.
Basketball. I mean, you don't really play basketball in the winter unless you're indoors. It's generally like if you're, but that's when the season is. So, basketball. No, not fuck hockey.
Fuck basketball.
What basketball?
I don't care.
No defense.
Fuck all your balls. Okay, there you go.
We don't have a
WWE
ball.
doesn't have seasons. Fuck you guys. No,
This goes on forever.
it does.
It's a song that never ends. It goes on and on, my friend.
Some
People
people
started singing it, not knowing what it was.
and they'll continue singing it forever just because you forgot the
Brian!
verse, didn't you?
I don't know it.
This is the song that never
It just keeps
ends.
going. That's all.
I've
That's
heard
all.
it.
That's all.
I don't know it. I don't know where it comes from.
I've got the lovely bunch of coconuts.
TDB. There they are, standing in a row.
Is that it?
Big ones, small ones, some as big as your. Okay, let's move on. Is that it?
Kids with chicken
Good for
box love hot dogs. Armor hot dogs.
What kind of
It was
kids love
done?
Armour hot
Sorry.
dogs?
What's that?
What kind of kids love Armour hot dogs? Fat kids, skinny kids,
Mark's done twice. He quit twice in one episode.
kids who climb on rocks.
All right, this has been episode 90. What a weird fucking ending to the show. I tell you what.
I tell
This
you
is-
what, Bobby.
This has been episode 91, part 1. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Catch us next week, same time, same place.
Ah, damn it, Dale.
Hot damn it, quit whacking in the tool shed. Please tell me you're going to leave that in.